So here we go then, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Game Day, and we're back at Portman Road, and I arrived a bit early today. As you'll see behind me, stewards are getting their checks and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, just got here, calm before the storm and all that. Town taking on Cardiff City in the Championship. Of course, the Blues looking to get back to winning ways after the defeat against Leeds last weekend. Of course, they beat Reading on penalties in the Carabao Cup, so they're through to the third round of that. They've got Wolves at home at Portman Road, just in case you missed it. But yeah, Cardiff City, a team who got their first win last week as they beat Sheffield Wednesday with a 98th minute penalty. So they'll be well up for this. Aaron Ramsey plays for them. Mark McGuinness will be making his return. Of course, team news will be dropping shortly, well, in about an hour or so, because I'm here very early. So I want to go upstairs, get the media scran, give you my rating. Let's see what we got. Let's bring you the team news shortly. Let's get into it. Well, as you can see, didn't muck about, and I got right into the press food. And as you can see, it's another casserole. And I do like a casserole, to be fair, because you get your veg, you got your meat, you got potato. It does the job. It sets me up for the rest of the day. I mean, as you can see, with chicken last week, this week, it's a bit of pork. So let's give you my media scran review when I've got this in my belly. Let's go. Okay then, casserole is going down nicely. I'll bring you my rating shortly, but I just want to let you know that I'm reading the matchday programme. Boom. And the front cover star is my good friend, Vaclav Halanki. I think I've nailed it. I think I have. Let me know in the comments down below if I have or not. But yeah, nice little read before the big kickoff. And let's see my rating for the casserole. It's going down nicely. Well, as you can see, I enjoyed that. That is probably the best one yet for Media Scran here at Portman Road. Away games is a bit different, but this was solid. As I said, just a nice hearty meal, getting you ready for the big kickoff. Do you know what? That could potentially get a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. There we go, 10 out of 10 Claxon, because that was solid. Let's get the team news. Let's see who's starting, who's not starting. Dane Scarlett, can he get a first start? I'm sure he'll feature today, and my phone's about to drop. Let's go. Okay then, team news has just dropped, and I thought I'd go and sit in the north stands to just talk about it. So if this is your seat, let me know, and I'll get out of it shortly. But yeah, George Hurst makes his return. He's up top, and Dane Scarlett's on the bench. So that's pretty much it. George Hurst, can he have a returning with a goal? Let's see what happens. Let's get pitchside and show you my view, as always. Okay then, it's my pitchside view time, and I've got a net behind me. Hopefully it goes down. It's about to go down. But the kickoff is fast approaching. I'm going to go and get some stabby stabs. Let's see how Town get on. Let's do this. Okay, time for the half-time update, and Cardiff are in front. It's 1-0 against Town. Aaron Ramsey, the goal scorer for the Bluebirds, and they're probably deserving the taking the lead. They've had most of the ball, had most of the better chances. So yeah, Town, a lot of work to do in the second half. George Hurst, who was a doubt going into the game, of course starts, and he's been replaced in the first half by Frillian Adapo, so hopefully nothing too serious on that front. He's had to come off. Second half has to be better for Town. Let's see what happens. Let's go. And brief, 2-0 down to 3-2 winners against Cardiff. We don't do it easy, do we? I'm joined by three fine gentlemen in Ben Diaf, John Watson, and Bono, my friend.
Hi.
Good to see you all.
Hi, baby.
Where do we start? 2-0 down. But who wants to share their opening thoughts? John, go on.
Okay, first off, they were neat and organised and compact when we found them hard to break down, and we're sloppy on the ball more often than we usually are. We gave the ball away a lot. Probably seen our skipper, Sammy Morsey, who I adore and love, give the ball away more times in that first half than he typically would, and he wasn't the only one, but things didn't go our way, I don't think. A couple of rubbish decisions as well, I thought, but they were just neat and organised and then hit us hard, and we looked sloppy at times. So I think 2-0 was at half-time, was 1-0. Sorry, yeah, of course it was, yeah.
It felt like that. Don't worry, John, don't worry.
Well, let's be fair. We didn't.
To be fair, they took the 2-0 very after half-time, so yeah.
Yeah, it's all merging into one. I was kind of shaking my head thinking, oh my God, here we go again. Because every game's had something, hasn't it? Like the Sunderland game that went on forever and test our nerves, and the Leeds game, which was like basketball, and today it was a game of two halves, really. I thought we upped our performance second half, but maybe let one of the others to speak about it.
Ben Diaf, we'll get onto this shirt in a second, and we'll get to talking to you in a second. But Bono, welcome back, my friend. Thoughts on that?
First half, very dithery, very uncharacteristic as well, like the King of the North has just touched upon. We gave the ball away a lot and we're quite sloppy. I thought we were quite rash in some of the decisions that we were making in terms of getting the ball and passing it. We were looking for that quick pass, which I think last season yeah, I think we would have been able to pull off. But this season, just the organisation of the teams that we've faced so far in this division have been so much more better. But I said to the lads at half time, we're going to do this. We've got this. We're going to get a rocket where the sun doesn't shine, and I think we've probably got that. I can't imagine McKenna's a hairdryer type manager. I think he's more of an arm around the shoulder type thing. But yeah, we got back into it fairly quickly. 2-0 down. It didn't feel like we deserved to be 2-0 down, but the way that we came out and the way that we grasped that, we seized upon the atmosphere as well. Cardiff kind of looked a little bit deflated in that second half, didn't we? And my boy, Ladapo, he's my boy now. That's official, guys. You know, bookmark it. Yeah, fantastic. I think for him to get man of the match, though, for those two kind of slightly
Poacher, mate. He's a poacher.
He's a poacher. Was great all-round team performance. I think matey boy Amari was fantastic. See that injection of pace as well. Brandon Williams, that fire coming on in that second half. And I've probably just gone and stolen all of Ben's thunder. And that shirt.
Yeah, Craig Forrest, match
one.
won. We'll get on to that in a sec, Ben, but yeah, your overall thoughts on that one. The boys have covered all bases there, but yeah, overall thoughts.
Yeah, for various reasons, it was my first home league game. I was here at Bristol Rovers. I was very bit disappointed, not deflated, but disappointed because of the high standards that we had from last year. And I know we'll step up in league, it's going to be sharper opposition, there's going to be a faster pace of game, but as John said, we gave away the ball too sloppily. We didn't look, our shape was a little all over the place at times. Harry Clark was getting isolated. Yes, he didn't maybe cover himself in glory a few times, but I think we were isolated on that right hand side. I think Cardiff obviously worked on that, but second half we didn't really change too much. Then Broadhead gets that absolute rocket, changed the whole game. And from there, the crowd got right behind the team. Ladapo gets 2 brilliant striker goals, and you know the whole place was lit. The atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. A huge credit to the character in this team. We've talked about it numerous times. McKenna and the players have talked about it. You know, run towards adversity.
No, he stopped. Sorry.
Thank you, Stuart. Run towards adversity. That's exactly what they did. 2-0 down. We looked like we were staring down the barrel, but a fantastic second half performance, or well, last 35-minute performance by the team.
I like that phrase, by the way, staring down the barrel. I don't know why. That's maybe a bit dark. That's a bit dark, actually.
I think
it felt like a depressing Saturday at one point, and we've been lifted. Yeah. As the Lighthouse family once said, we have been lifted.
I reckon Broadhead needs a shout out, not for his goal, but for his increased energy second half.
Innit?
Yeah. And he suddenly started on the front foot, and that set the tone, and he started the press, and he closed people down, he caused havoc.
He doesn't often play the full 90 either. Usually him and Chaplin. I could see one of them coming off, but obviously we had the injury to Morsey. Sadly, I think he's going to miss the Egypt game. Burns as well, coming off with a bit of a niggle.
Hurst, we hadn't talked about Hurst, have we? Because Ladapo came on and scored twice, so...
To be fair, I don't think Hurst looked 100% fit.
No, he didn't, no.
He's normally so sprightly in his kind of combative charging down, and he just looked a bit uneasy, and I think maybe he wasn't 100% ready, but hopefully that's nothing. Hopefully over the international break we'll have everybody fit again.
Maybe that's come out at a good time, then, because we've got a few players with some knocks. So yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I just want to say I'd never felt more like singing the blues when Ipswich win and Norwich lose.
Love it.
Well done, Rotherham.
Thank you. That's it. Okay then, up next I'm joined by Neil, the Diamond Reader, and Maddie, the Diamond Reader as well. Boys and girls, Town have put us through another roller coaster of a game, from Leeds to this one. They've won. Neil, do you want to start, or Maddie? Actually, ladies first. Maddie, thoughts on that one?
Very good comeback from us. When it was half time, I was like, oh great, not another one. But then second half, we came in. Brady Ladapo is a great player. I love him. All the players performed well. Brandon Williams, he came on, did well. I think all the fans are going to be like, okay, he's actually a good player now, considering what I'm at Leeds. But yeah, good game, happy with the 3 points, and we're above Norwich in the league, so win-win.
Yes. Neil, woo! Where do you want to start?
Well, the fine gentlemen before me all summed it up very nicely, and I think they all made the point. And Bono said about like Freddie. Obviously, I can't claim him because apparently he's now Bono's, which is
we all can have all these players.
I bowed down. No. If, Bono, when Bono says things like that, well, that's right.
Yeah.
But I think yes, he did get man of the match. He scores 2 goals. He's likely to get it, but Vass
Sorry, you
goal.
got an ant on you. Boom. Stop. Okay. Animal cruelty and that. I just carry on.
No ants were harmed.
No ants were harmed. It just flew over there.
Okay. No, I thought a big shout out to Vass in goal.
Yes, it made some crucial saves once again. Ooh.
So obviously the one in the first half that was disallowed, but had he hadn't saved it, that would have been given because obviously it was the follow up. So that was an incredible save. Then it was a double save in the second half. So yeah, we rode our luck a bit, but again, as the other guy said, we didn't really. Or Cardiff rather didn't really need to play that well to be 2-0 up because we were, and the word's been used a lot, sloppy. We were sloppy, but once we sort of got our act together, Sam Morsey come more into the game. Who was fantastic once we sort of like got the goal back, and what a great goal by the way, the goal, and that itself always gives a lift, doesn't it? A goal, score a goal like that, it gives a lift. And just one other thing, what I liked was. When we got it to 2-2, people can reflect back, there was no big celebrations in the corner. There was get that ball at 2-2, let's go and get a third. And I thought, that says something about the team, doesn't it? We're not here. It's easy to come back to 2-2, and I think a lot of people would have taken 2-2 at, when you're 2-0 down. But no, those guys were like, come on, we're going to win this. And I thought that was great. So, yeah, very happy, mate.
Yeah, good to hear. Mads, how are you, though? How are you feeling when we were 2-0 down? It's a rare thing for McKenna's size, but I don't think we've been... Okay, Leeds game, we're 3-1 down, so we have experienced this. But it just feels weird being 2-0 at home, and you're like, oh, okay, but they got their 3 goals.
Yeah, and I think that's the main thing, really, getting them 3 goals. I mean, when we did get 2-0, I was like, okay, what are we doing here? We should be getting some goals. And then we eventually did score some goals, which was really good to see. I mean, all the goals were really good. I'm happy for Freddie. I mean, all the fans love Freddie. Bono.
Or one of his celebrations, of course, is cupping his ears or...
Exactly.
Cancel out the noise because he wants to get his Marmite, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Especially Bono, loving Freddie. Broadhead again, amazing. All the players, great. Disappointing about George Hurst. I mean, hope he gets all right. But then Freddie came on, did what he needed to, and yeah, happy days.
Happy days. Uptown.
Uptown.
Look who's back! It's good old James, away from America. Been at the US Open and all that jazz.
Yep.
Repping right now. You're back, and you've seen a win.
Yep.
3-2 Town win. That was roller coaster emotions.
Yeah, nothing recreates what live football can do to you, and I've missed it so much. And I don't know when I'll be back again, but like being in that stadium and just getting to experience all of that, it's really, really like nothing comes close to it. Like you can watch it on TV, and of course you'll celebrate and have a good time, but being in that stadium, being with all the fans,
hugging strangers,
hugging strangers or people you don't know well, giving people high fives. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Like that pure emotion and that release of emotion when you score. And I mean, to do it in the way that we did it today, that is kind of the comeback. Is when the release of emotions is probably at its highest because you go from a complete low to like the complete euphoria of the high. So yeah, an amazing day. It's been fantastic.
And do you know what? I mentioned the Leeds game because, we were 3-1 down against Leeds and we weren't able to get that comeback. Do you think that experience actually helped us maybe for this game? Being 2-0 down and like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, I think we've got a little bit of belief that we can come back from situations which are not looking favourable and actually do something positive with them. Going down to Leeds and then finishing the game so strongly in that game, even though we only scored basically a consolation goal in the end, I feel that McKenna might have basically told them, okay, let's never give up. Yeah. Let's never give up. We can really do this. I think first half, Cardiff executed their game plan down to a T. They played very flat 4-4-2. They were very quick to come back into position when we got the ball back. Whereas with the flip side of that, they countered us very quickly, and their transition through the pitch was very quick, and we didn't set. Whereas we were kind of playing slower, trying to build up, but that meant they could get 2 bags of 4, and we were finding it hard to penetrate. So we were having a little bit of success down those wings, but all in all, I thought first half they executed their game plan completely as you'd expect.
Yeah. I think we maybe scored at a good time because we conceded to make it 2-0 and we quickly got a goal back, Broadhead, and then Ladapo with a brace. Not that he won't. I'll bet he won't. He'll look back at those goals, but they weren't classic goals. They're just nice poacher goals, and just he'll be happy.
Yeah, it's Johnny on the spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you want somebody there that can just be in the right place at the right time, and today he was completely right place, right time. I didn't think he did that much else. Like, some of his hold-up play was okay, but he didn't do much else apart from score those 2 tap-ins. But scoring those 2 tap-ins is exactly what we
the
needed.
second one, I think he didn't know about.
Oh no, I think it bounced off the defender and then bounced off him into the goal. But they all count the same. Every goal is the same, and we'll take him. So a fantastic day. Really enjoyed it.
Top man, James. Good
Cheers.
seeing ya. Well, man, George Man joins me next, and my friends, you missed the Leeds game. We lost. You're back, and 3-2 win for Town. Thoughts?
A lot of pressure on me now to 10 each game now.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure, but no, what a roller coaster of emotions, really. I feel I need a lie down, a big lie down. I didn't come in to get stressed today, but I did. First half, I thought it was kind of even Steven, so I thought a little bit, and then it all went a little bit wrong. I thought Clark looked a little bit sloppy today, especially Morsey as well, and Longer. I think they both looked sloppy, and then you can't allow something like Aaron Ramsey all that time and space. Yeah. I think when he put the sorry, I've lost my voice.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. I've lost my voice from all the shouting. But basically, when Aaron Ramsey got the ball, he put it out to Grant. I thought this could be 1-0 here because Grant's just going to hit it back in. Ramsey's giving me all that space, and what happens? Bang in. You can't allow him that time. And then we then started getting back into it. I thought we had a little bit of a solid end. I thought we looked much better than we did at the beginning. Then the second half started, and then pinball football, Cardiff make it 2-0, and then I just thought, oh no. What have I done? Why have I come to this game? And then, out of nowhere, Nathan Broadhead, the Welsh Dragon, hitting it against the Welsh side. Sorry, Cardiff fans. Makes it in 2-1. And then just a Ladapo double. Really, right place, right time. I did say, actually, at half-time, I will admit, I did say he might be coming off in 60 minutes. Just because when I've seen him play so far, he's so isolated, haven't been able to get the balls to him. And I thought we might need a little bit more speed up front. But he proved me wrong today, just being in the right place, right time. But we got it. We got the 3 points somehow. I know they said Freddie Ladapo was man of the match, but this man here, Halaki.
Yes, Vaclav Hadlanki. No. I did it. At the start of game day, I did a little feature about the programme, and I thought I said it right. There, under pressure, people in front of me, I butchered it. But yeah, he's got to give a shout. Some great saves.
Yeah, I thought today he was actually man of the match, to be honest. Yeah. Some of those saves he pulled off we would have lost that game if we didn't have him today, I really do think. And I have to say, I think he puts a bit of a question now in Kieran McKenna's head when Walton is now, when he is fit, who starts? Because Walton ultimately is the number one, but Halaki is putting his hat in the ring, really. And to be honest, I think he should be staying in goal just for the time being. But he's putting off some wonderful saves, double saves. He made a brilliant save, which then it went in from the corner, but it was offside. But that's still a fantastic save just to get up there. But he looked brilliant today. But overall, we've got the 3 points. Just the Town way of going 2 behind, then getting 3, just to make it a little more dramatic. We're second place in the league. Norwich lost, so what more can I ask for, really? Into the international break.
Yes. Well, up next, I'm joined by the Jubsters, Harvey, Jess, and the original Jubster, Mark as well, but Jubster. Boys and girls, where do we start? Jess, I'm gonna pick on you straight away. Thoughts on that one?
Up the Town. There you go.
Harvey, you got more than that?
I've got a bit more than that.
Thanks so much.
First half, if you would have told me that game was going to finish 3-2, I would have thought you were lying. Yeah, because that was what a turnaround. Very slow at the start, but there must have been a good team talk at half-time, that's all I can say.
What do you reckon McKenna's like then at half-time when you're 1-0 down? He looks very calm and collective as a Northern Irishman, but I'm sure he's in there like, this is not good enough, boys.
Yeah, God knows what he says. I mean, got to be very inspirational,
Yeah.
to get him going. But yeah, not sure what he says really.
Jumps up. Thoughts on that one, my friend?
I enjoyed that one, yes. A bit nervy to start with. We were very slow out of the blocks, I thought, and it showed by going 1-0 down. obviously an inspirational half-time team talk. Come out of the blocks. We were a lot better when we came out in the second half, and we certainly showed a lot more intensity. But sucker punch, as we were, because we were looking for that equaliser. 2-0 down. Now, you know, we could talk about the Ipswich of the past, and that would have been game, set, and match, and we'd be, you know, out here having a moan. But no, it's perfect credit to them. Broadhead's shot was brilliant. I mean, that was absolutely excellent. And then up step Big Fred. You know, Big Fred with a brace, and you know, and I didn't even think we were hanging on towards the end. I thought we were in control. I thought we saw that one out professionally, and yeah, again, 2-0 down to come back 3-2. We're certainly in a new world at the moment, and yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Jess, you can have the final words.
Okay, thanks.
Ladapo, 2 goals, come off the bench. He's got his critics, but he scored 2 goals today.
He absolutely did. I don't think he meant to. I think a couple of them were like a little bit accidental. But he got it in at the end. And I don't get to come to a lot of matches, so it's actually really nice to come and actually see it. So, Premier League, here we come. Maybe a little bit premature.
Yeah, let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Enough now. We're going to end game day with K-Dog. We had a nice little chinwag in Reading. The boys put us through a lot for that game. Of course, we progressed. Penalties. We've got Wolves at home, mate.
Yeah.
That's it. But today,
Great.
you're happy because you're beating a Welsh team. You're a Welshman. So to beat Cardiff 3-2, you must be very happy indeed.
I am very happy. Growing up, being a Ipswich fan in Cardiff, when Cardiff were basically our bogey team for years and years, was very difficult. But yeah, it's great to win. I thought we did really well to come back from that today. Half time, very frustrated. First half, we were very slow. Like I said on Wednesday, everything was a bit slow. We were passing the ball around, but not really doing much with it. Same today. Cardiff had a very good game plan. They seemed to sit in, let us play, let us keep the ball, but were very good on the break when they got the chance. Their left winger, I can't remember his name, number 16, I think it was.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he had the beating of Clark all day.
Yeah.
I don't think today was Clark's best game. I don't think he was. Burns, I felt like he was holding Burns back a bit, because you could see towards the end of the first half, it felt like Burns was holding back because he felt he had to cover. Their first goal, right in front of me. I just said to the commentator's curse. I just said to the bloke next to me, so you can tell Ramsey's not the player he used to be. And then he holds it up. He gets his left winger into about 20 yards of space, slots it through, disappears, reappears half a second later on the edge of the 6-yard box and tucks it in. I'm like, okay, maybe he is quite good, but we shouldn't have let them out. They had all day. He had all the space in the world to go down the left, and we knew where they were going to go. Every single attack was down that left-hand side because they had the beat in a Clark. I had a team talk at half-time. Don't know what McKenna said to them. You get the impression he's a very calm manager, as you said. But while you were discussing that with the Jubsters, I was thinking, well, Northern Irish is the only accent that's scarier the quieter it gets.
Yeah.
So I reckon he walks in and goes, I'm not very happy with that, lads.
Yeah.
And then
I think Martin Pert, even though when he does his press conference, he's very calm and collected, but I bet he gets a bit.
Oh, yeah. No, I reckon it's a typical.
And of course, the players get involved as well. I'm sure, like Sam Moore's going, it's not a good enough, boys.
I'm sure Morsey was not happy. He didn't have a good game today. No. He gave the ball away a lot. We weren't particularly comfortable in possession as a team. Like Cardiff frustrated us. Cardiff had a game plan. They played it very, very well for 55 minutes. And then, I don't want to say they bottled it, because I don't think that's really fair. I just don't. Once we came out, we put the pressure on them, the press. Their second goal was a counter-attacking goal, which was always going to potentially happen. They were good at that. That was their plan. But they couldn't handle the press. They couldn't handle the pressure. And once we stepped it up and kept doing that, we were going to be the only team to win this game. We just disrupted them. They didn't know how to. They couldn't adapt their game plan. They've lost. I don't think they've kept the lead this year.
I feel sorry for them a little way. Because opening day, they're winning 2-1 against Leeds. Leeds scores an equaliser. Leicester scores a late winner. Of course, they scored a very late goal last week to get their first win. But and
I just think they're a completely new. A lot of Cardiff City's mates got fans who are friends, and I was chatting to one via WhatsApp towards the end of after the game, and he said it's a new squad. He asked me what changed. I said they just lost their head, they lost their shape, they lost their plan. And he said, well, they're a new squad with a new manager, and it'll take time to bed in. I think, to be fair to Cardiff, if they keep playing like that kind of football, if they keep playing that, they will do well this season. I said, but what a performance from the boys to step it up. The substitutes, I think, did make a big difference. Can we just talk about Brandon Williams' pass to Hutchinson for the third goal? Oh, just on a dime. And Amari, again, beats his man, puts the cross in, we score a goal, just like on Tuesday. And I'm hoping that will give him the confidence going forward to keep doing that. Because, as I said on Tuesday's game day, for a while he was a bit hesitant to take his man on, but as soon as he did, he got the beating of him, put the cross in, we scored a goal. His first touch today, takes on his man, beats him, cross in, scores a goal, or the goal is scored. And I just hope that gives him the confidence. For me, I think Brandon Williams deserves a start next week. He was immense when he came on today. He runs and he runs and he runs. I just want to shout out to the boys who didn't get subbed off today because we didn't have the subs to do it, or whether McKenna wasn't part of his plan anyway. But Chaplin, Broadhead, Davis, Morsey until he came off injured anyway. They ran themselves into the ground. These boys left everything out there today to get back into the game and then see the game out, which is not the Ipswich of old. It's not what we're used to, but they gave everything. And once they got the crowd behind them, the statewide atmosphere towards the end, it was very flat. Ultimately, when a team comes and puts you 2-0 down at home, it does flatten the crowd. But they got us back into the game. They got us, the crowd, back involved. The crowd were supportive, but it was the boys putting everything out there for us. And just a really good performance and a really, really good way to win.
And we'll have to trip, my friend, because you travel from Wales today, early doors. And we've got international break now, mate. After that, I think it's Sheffield Wednesday.
Wednesday then Huddersfield, isn't it? Wednesday Huddersfield. Or Huddersfield
game somewhere as well.
There's Blackburn's at 20-something.
Yes. So nice little break for the boys to recover. Of course, some of them go on an international break.
Well, look at the difference that being a championship squad makes. Last year, Morsey would get the fringe side, wouldn't get selected. Cam Burgess never really been on Australia's radar. All right, okay, Burns and Broadhead have been in the Wales setup for a while. But all of a sudden, we're a championship squad, and we've got Cam Burgess going to Australia to play in gold, as he said on Twitter. Yeah. Very clear distinction. They are gold, not yellow. Morsey's away with Egypt. Wes and Nathan away with Wales. Slicker's going away with Scotland. And
Danny Scarlett with England.
Danny Scarlett.
Well, he didn't come on today.
No, he didn't. Well, I was surprised at that. But again, I think the Hurst injury and the Morsey injury restricted that a little bit. I was thinking at one point I would like to have seen Dane Scarlett come on, inject some pace into it, because Mari's pace and Brandon Williams' pace is really, it was the putting the pace and the running and running and running that they all did is really what made the difference. But I think Freddie had a great game. He really had a great game. And audacious back heel at the front post. Yeah. Thierry Henry, step aside. Here is Freddie Ladapo. What a man. But he had a great game. I think he grew into the game. Yeah. I don't think he started well, but then I don't think any of the team started well. I was thinking, this is going to be the running and running. What's what you want Hurst for, because that's more his game than Freddie's. But I think with having the four or five behind him, running and running and running, and having him then as the outlet, I think worked really well. Deserved his 2 goals. And I hope it gives him confidence going forward. Because as it keeps getting brought up on the main pod, is that he scored 9 goals in the championship last time he played for Rotherham, and they were a poor side. And has he got 2 or 3 already now? Yeah. I think he's going to easily get the double figures.
I'm trying to think in my head how many goals.
2 today. I think has he scored 1 already?
1 already.
Yeah, it's just 3.
Yeah, 3.
Plus his 1 on Tuesday, but I just didn't really count. Yeah, but so he scored 3 in the league. Yeah, 3, we think ish already. I think he's going to be a great player to have on the bench in situations like that. And perhaps depending on how Hurst is, whether he starts. We've got the international break now. Whether he starts the next game, wherever that is, just a really good game today. I think.
Definitely, mate.
Second half, maybe.
Yes. Okay, dog. Thanks for joining me. Thanks everyone for watching another game day. We'll be back after the international break, but there'll be all the other content coming out on KOA. To see you in a bit. Bye bye for now.